You get to this fight tonight, and he's fighting the guy, Anthony Hernandez, who has won 8 fights in a row, who has melted people with his pace, pressure, his toughness, and his durability. And you wonder whether or not Strickland is going to be able to handle that pace and pressure. The fight starts, right? Fluffy's going forward, moving into him. First round is very competitive. Strickland's landing the beautiful jab from the outside.
That's going to hurt. It's like running into a wall every single time, assuming your timing is correct. And it may look like Strickland is just flicking out a jab, but I guarantee you do not want to be hit by that thing.
And this is Sean Strickland's greatest weapon, his jab. He is a jabbing machine. Jab, 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 jab. And Sean Strickland has probably one of the best defensive fighting styles in the UFC. But look at his jab. Straight, armors up. This is the only time his technique looks damn near perfect outside of the Philly shell style that he does. Sean Strickland's jab needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. It's almost damn near perfect.
The clash between Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez wasn't supposed to be one-sided. Hernandez came in riding serious momentum, known for suffocating grappling, relentless pace, and the kind of pressure that breaks opponents mentally as much as physically. But what unfolded inside the Octagon that night wasn't just a victory for Strickland. It was a systematic dismantling, punctuated by one precise moment that changed everything. From the opening bell, Strickland did what he does best. He marched forward behind that deceptively simple jab. No wasted movement, no flashy techniques, just constant pressure, tight defense, and laser-accurate punches. Hernandez tried to establish his rhythm early, circling, feinting, looking for entries to close the distance. He needed the fight in tight quarters. Strickland refused to give it to him. Every time Hernandez stepped in, he was met with a jab. Not a rangefinder, a weapon. It snapped his head back again and again, disrupting his timing before he could even begin an attack. The psychological toll started building almost immediately. Hernandez wasn't just getting hit. He was getting shut down. Midway through the fight, Hernandez finally forced an exchange along the fence, briefly clinching and landing a few short shots. It looked like the tide might turn, but Strickland stayed calm, shelled up, and quietly walked him back to open space, exactly where he wanted to fight. Then came the moment. Hernandez lunged forward with a combination, trying to overwhelm Strickland and break through that airtight defense. Strickland slipped just inches off the center line, barely noticeable in real time, and fired a perfectly timed straight right down the pipe. It landed flush on Hernandez's nose with a sickening snap. Everything changed instantly. Hernandez froze. His posture broke. The forward pressure disappeared. You could see the confidence drain from his body as he stumbled backward, blinking, trying to reset. That single shot didn't just hurt him physically. It shattered the momentum he'd been desperately trying to build. Strickland saw it too. He didn't rush recklessly. Instead, he did something far more unsettling. He walked Hernandez down slowly, calmly, like a predator that knows its prey is already wounded. The jab returned, sharper than ever, followed by straight punches that pierced Hernandez's guard. Each strike landed cleaner than the last. Hernandez tried to wrestle, shooting low in desperation, but the entry lacked conviction. Strickland sprawled, stuffed it, and forced him back to striking range, back into the fire. By now, Hernandez's face was swelling, his movements slower, his reactions delayed. The commentary team began to note aloud. Hernandez looked broken, not unconscious, not finished, broken. Strickland continued his relentless assault, mixing body shots with straight punches, never overcommitting, never giving Hernandez an opening to counter. It was controlled violence, disciplined, suffocating, inevitable. By the time the final bell approached, the outcome was no longer in doubt. Hernandez was surviving, running on heart alone, while Strickland stood in the center of the cage, composed and dominant. When the decision was announced, it felt almost secondary. Everyone watching knew the real story wasn't just a win. It was that precise moment, that perfectly timed right hand, when the fight shifted from competitive to clinical. Sean Strickland hadn't just beaten Anthony Hernandez. He had broken him.